So I did something a little different today. This is our zombie look. Flesh eating, obviously, zombie, because it's got blood all over my mouth and exposed areas. I went and looked at the amazing Goldie Starling on YouTube. Love her. Oh my goodness. And because I'm going to need to be practicing to do makeup at Adobe, I'm doing their company party. I needed to know how to do some of this stuff. So here's another look if you want to know how to achieve this. This is my first time ever doing it. So I'm excited to see how I progress in years to come. But this is what it looks like right now. I'm especially excited to learn how to do the teeth better. But anyway, hope that you enjoy it and keep watching if you want to see how I did it.
So first I started out using a soft brown eyeliner. This one's from Wet n Wild. And I just kind of mapped out the whole entire face. The nice thing about sketching something out is that if you make a mistake, it's actually really easy to wipe off the excess instead of trying to do that after you've already applied a whole bunch of makeup. As you can see, I make lots of mistakes. Like I said, this is my first time doing it, so la-di-da. Using that same pencil, we'll go over the nose cavity and the mouth where we'll have some exposed teeth. Then we're going to mix some Ben Nye white and yellow together to make a pale, pale face. The palette that I'm using is the Ben Nye Magi Cake Aqua Paint Palette. You can get that at any costume shop. And I just mixed the yellow and the white, like I said, and it's water activated, so I sprayed it with a little bit of water and just started painting through. I left all of the areas that we kind of mapped out, like the eye socket, the nose, the mouth, and the cheekbones right down there. I just left those completely open because we'll be using different colors in there. I then went through with a Ben Nye brush and with the yellow by itself, no mixing involved, went around and outlined everything that I had just done. This look is going to have a lot of layers. Now we'll add some creasing to the forehead. Just wanting to add some more depth to the face now. This is our next layer. We're just going to take any dark brown, grayish eyeshadow that you have. Mine is from Coastal Scents. I took the E35 from Sigma, and I'm just kind of going over all of those areas that we did with the yellow. I'm just wanting to create depth, shadow, all that good stuff. Huge change here, I know, sorry. My camera was being funny and missed a few steps. Basically, I took some Wolf paint, W-O-L-F-E paint. This stuff is super amazing. And it is also water activated, so I sprayed it down and just outlined all of my pencil markings. And then I went through and just kind of roughed up certain areas where I knew I wanted shadow to be. Did the nose cavity right here, blending it in, and then took black and basically went into all of those hollowed out areas that we had made. Except for the mouth, because that's going to be a pinky fleshy color since it will show all of our exposed gums. Just if you mess up, it's so easy to fix it by going in with that yellow and white. Continuing on, I take that same black and just go over all the lines that the yellow made here with the creasing of the forehead, blending it in slightly with the Ben Nye brush. Then you take a stipple brush or a seafoam sponge brush, whatever texture you want, and just kind of take that black and add tons of texture all over your face. Swiping it slightly if you'd like. I did it a couple times. I liked how some of the swiping turned out, but not all of it, so I had to fix it a tiny bit. This part right here was probably the most challenging for me. I'm not really good at teeth, and so It was a learning process. I traced those teeth with the brown pencil that we used before and then filled it in with the same face color that we did before. And then I took this e.l.f. pencil to really define and put some creases in between the teeth. I took red, white, and black from Ben Nye and used it to make the outline all around the teeth so it looked like my gums were exposed. It's kind of disgusting, but if done well, this really adds to the look. I wish that I would have gone more pink because this looks just a little bit purple after looking back on it, but I'm pretty pleased with the result. With more of that black paint from Ben Nye, I went in and just did the structure of the teeth. So just adding to the effect of them being more exposed. Now just doing a little more detail work. I'm taking that black and just rimming the teeth, doing it on the inside of my mouth, doing it all around the face, and just making sure that everything looks a little bit more detailed. I'm also taking that darker gray that we used before to shade and just going over those lines to soften them just a little bit. Now I'm going to take, it's actually a lip liner because I didn't have a red eyeliner, and put it on the inner rim of my eyes. Then I want the whole cavity to be blacked out, so I'm using Makeup Forever. It's from their color palette, but I just have the single. To have an even more bloodshot look, I took some of the red and put it on top of my eyelid. Just kind of rubbed that in a little bit because it turned out a little bit pink, but then I really liked it. So I added some more black to kind of deepen it a little bit. Then I took some of that red and stippled it all over with my brush and then used some fake blood and finished off the look. Hungry zombie.